Tonight, the world has a new pope.
And we're going to send it right over to the Vatican, where NBC's Jay Gray has all the details.
Good evening. White smoke pouring from the chimney atop the Sistine Chapel this afternoon. And tonight, there is a new leader of the Catholic Church. For the first time, it is an American, Chicago-born Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who has taken the papal name of Leo XIV, speaking for the first time to a crowd of 150,000 spilling out of St. Peter's Square into the streets of Rome. Among his first words, the familiar Catholic refrain, "Peace be with you all," praising his predecessor, Pope Francis, and making it clear he intends to follow in his footsteps, calling for an open, giving, and united church, the world's largest Christian denomination, with 1.4 billion members for the first time in its nearly 2,000 years, led by an American. That is the latest from here at the Vatican. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
Thanks, Jay. The new Pope Leo was born and raised in Chicago. During the conclave, that was one of the factors working against him. The fact that the U.S. is such an influential country made it taboo to give the papacy to an American. On the other hand, Pope Leo has an international background. For years, he served in Peru as a missionary and then as an archbishop. And back in 2023, Pope Francis promoted him to the Vatican to lead the office of bishops. Catholic leaders in America say they're just as shocked as everyone else, but they're happy to see themselves represented.
I never thought I would see an American pope. How exciting is that? Somebody that has the same experience of the American church and the way in which our church is so multicultural.
Well, in his first address to the church, Pope Leo made a point of showing his international experience. Instead of using English, he spoke to the crowd in Italian and then in Spanish.
Guarding the conclave and now guarding Pope Leo. It might look like they stepped out of the Renaissance, but they are trained for modern threats. Here are 3 things to know tonight. The Swiss Guard has protected Pope since 1506. Their uniforms are a tribute to their last stand in 1527, when 147 of them died defending Pope Clement VII. But the Guard is keeping with the times. They may be ceremonial, but they are trained in combat, counterintelligence, and bomb detection. They've also increased in number, partly because of terror threats, but also because Pope Francis liked to sneak out and mingle with the public. Last, to join, you have to be Swiss, male, Catholic, and between the ages of 19 and 30. And you have to train with police before ever touching the halberd.